man D-Mott. What's good, man?
I'm blessed by the best, brother. Always good to be chatting it up with you, man.
Man, listen, it seems like we always get together right before you dropping some new music, man. I'm excited about this, man.
Yeah.
Listen, you have a new single coming out with a new label.
Yeah.
So tell me how this new deal come about, man.
So, funny thing, man. How I got this Sony deal was, first of all, shout out to my man Rob Lee, New York City. He invited me to be a part of Runway 57 of New York City Fashion Week last year, February.
Nice.
Yeah, last year, February 11th. Man, we had a meeting after. It was a beautiful meeting. I think that, and I gotta add this. It was at Sony Hall.
Okay.
It was at Sony Hall in Manhattan, and so man, great night. We hit 3 million streams on My Everything.
3 million.
3 million streams, man. So, shout out to IGA, Dare, and Warner Brothers at the time, because they did a great job of pushing my music and everything. And
Yeah.
I gotta say this, man. Shout out to Damon D. Stewart
Nice.
as well from IGA Talent Management. So anyway, they have been watching me and had show interest, and my contract with Warner was gonna be up, and so Damon orchestrated whatever he had to do, and next thing I knew, they made me an offer, man. I couldn't refuse it. So now I'm with IGA Tribal, which Tribal happens to be a very, very, very awesome gospel label. And so I'm like IGA Tribal Sony, which I think I'm like the first R&B cat that's intertwined with tribal being gospel.
Come on.
So I feel good about that. So that's how that happened.
What exactly inspired or was the inspiration behind the song Higher?
You know what, man? Honestly, Higher was a gospel song first. Everybody know I did gospel prior to doing R&B, and that song I wrote Higher in I'm thinking like 2014 or 15, something like that, right? So shouts out to Jesse Miller, which he happened to produce Higher. You know what I'm saying? Like way back then. And it was on some of my gospel music, and when we were looking for another single, we kind of decided that we were going to go in a different direction. I'm quartet. I grew up quartet, even though I don't really sing quartet. I listen to quartet. My pops is quartet.
I'm about to say your family, man.
Yeah.
Your family,
Yeah.
that was their heart and soul, man.
Yeah.
So
I grew up in quartet church. You know what I mean?
Listen,
Yeah,
you sung with your sisters,
Yeah, man,
quartet.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
So-
that's in your vein, my friend.
Yeah, man, I can't get away from it. But I feel like that song was it was too much even for gospel. It was, you know what I mean, because the words "I want you to want me back, love you." I think people had issues kind of with the texture of my music being gospel. It was always like those were the negative things I heard. Oh, stuff is too R&B or too for church. But we were trying to decide what song should we do, what should we drop, and so I just took a chance. I pressed play on that, and everybody was like, "Yo, we gotta drop this."
Yeah.
I'm like, this song is old, so what? We gotta drop this, and so Southern soul music is in. People are feeling Southern soul, and people love quartet too. Yeah. So it was a no-brainer. So everybody, it was unanimous. The D-My team, everybody was like, "Yo, let's push this." Before we inked the deal and finalized it, everybody had to listen to it, and everybody was like, "Yo, this is gonna be the single." So
That's what's up.
yeah, that's how we came up with what single we were gonna drop.
So what type of vibe musically does this single have that people might not understand?
Let me say again, it's I would say contemporary quartet,
Okay.
or Southern soul. That's what I think. I would say quartet / Southern soul vibe. So if you want to hear some hand clapping, finger popping, movement, but mixed with like the message of love, then you want to listen to Higher.
So the song Higher, man, when I listened to the track, I was blown away because it it spoke to me on different levels.
Mm.
There were some different things that was mentioned in the song that I said, okay, this is a love song,
Mm-hmm.
but I can feel and hear some other inspirations behind it. Talk a
Yeah.
little bit about some of the things behind the song, because sometimes people don't understand that there's levels to these
Yeah.
things. What were some of the other things, the underneath tone that of this whole song?
You know what, man? Like when I first wrote it, you know, I knew that I could put myself in the spiritual form of like how Christ feels about us, right? That was first. That was like, but then at the same time, I'm feeling like, hey, um, the love between humans, a man and a woman, like all of that is mirroring how God loves us. You know what I mean? So I'm not the type of person, like I don't really separate love except when it's the type of love that's necessary for each situation. So when I write music, man, I feel like the music that I write is love. You know?
Got a couple more questions for you, man, today, and I'm excited because I know that this song is going to, for me, it brings me back to my roots as well, because you know I grew up in the church, and
I know your roots.
So it hits,
our roots.
it hits home for me.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
Cool.
So do you think as an artist, do you enjoy singing the R&B stuff more than you singing the soulfuls, or as you put it, the Southern soul or the gospel quartet style of singing? Well, which one do you prefer?
You know, man, I do want to answer this question. This is a great question, man. Yes, I do. I love R&B music. Always loved R&B music. Here's a level of truth that people don't understand, and they feel away when I say this, but I didn't like contemporary or traditional gospel music. Like we grew up in church, we sang it. I love the message, but I wasn't moved by the sound. Like I just wasn't, you know. And I understand the power of chords now. I do understand that notes are of some dark and then there's light, right? But that's everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that love music has a different tonality when it comes to the chords and things of that nature. I feel like it's the message, you know. So for me, I enjoy R&B. I really do. I enjoy the sound of R&B. You know, not that I don't like, cause I like gospel. I do, but I like love singing R&B, man.
That's
I do.
what's up.
Yeah.
Listen,
I do. That's a great question, bro.
so when does this song drop? When does Higher drop?
So Higher is dropping this May, Friday, May 16th.
May 16th.
Friday, May 16th.
So who produced Higher, man?
Ooh. So Jesse Ray Miller, Buffalo guy, he lives in Houston now, doing some major things. Like I'm a fan of his. He produced that track for me, man, and you know, I think he's one of the best kept secrets in the music game right now. But you know, he used I'm trying to see who he used. He used Daniel Powell on drums, himself on keys, all of the keys. David Cruz on guitar,
okay.
And then I believe that he used Derek Bennett on bass from Rochester, New York. So it was
DB on the bass.
Yeah, I think it was all Western New York, man. And to be honest with you, I'm big on Western New York, bro. Yeah. I utilize, it's a couple people that I rock with. Shouts out to Darren Diggy Simpson from Detroit. And shout out to Austin Jacobs from Detroit. That's like 50 50, which makes 100% a Black City Music Group. Those are my guys, in-house studio workers for Capitol Records, and you know, I play all drums for their stuff in the studio and stuff like that. But besides them, most of all of the people that I work with production-wise, from Buffalo, man.
There has to be some visuals for this song, man. Please tell me you got a video coming.
Oh yeah, so the video is gonna drop simultaneously with the track. So look for the video. We're gonna drop it on Instagram. We're gonna drop it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And we're gonna drop it on TikTok.
All right.
Yeah. So it's gonna drop like soon as like midnight on Thursday, the 15th. It's gonna drop going into the 16th, Friday. Yeah.
Nice. Listen, man. Who is directing this video that you got for hire? Who's the director?
Yo, you want to know something? So I work with some of the same people. Shout out to Parrish Smith, filmmaker out of Washington, D.C. Right now he did like The Scroll, T.D. Jakes movie, some other things that he's done. And then shout out to Derek Williams, a.k.a. Phoenix, out of Jersey. He's done like the majority of my videos. Okay, these are like some of my guys, and then you have my guy from Buffalo, you know, TuneWorks Media, my guy Omri, right? So he did the Angel video, a couple videos, had it all, but he did this video for hire, man, and it is amazing.
Nice.
So everybody look out for him.
How do you want the audience to feel, or what do you want them to take away from this song when they're listening to this new single, Hire, man? Yo,
I want people to fall in love, man. That's my answer. I want people to realize if they, you know, when you listen to a song like Hire, it's taking ownership of a relationship. Listen, I want you. I want you to want me back. I love you. Love me back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to live without me. Let's fix this. You know, like that's kind of the whole function, or I should say foundation of like all my music, man. Cause I believe in, I believe me and you kicked it about this a long time ago, but I just don't do I don't do traditional and conventional, man. I think that we all need help. You know, I think we all need love. We all need platform, you know. And so when I think about Hire, I want people to press play, and I want them to feel like love still exists between humans. And I'm like, man, the more messages I get, the more I realize, yo, you a granddad. Like, this is, wow, this is crazy. But, you know, it also shows me the different levels. You talked about levels. It shows me the different levels of, or layers, you said, layers of love. So it's like, yo, it's a little different from him than like my children. You know, not better, but like different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I got off right there.
Well, we're good, man. Listen. That's all the questions I got for you today, man. I'm excited about this new single. I want everybody to know that this single is dropping when?
So the album is dropping for the last time, May 16th, Friday, May 16th. Go get it everywhere online. Hire by me, yours truly, D-Mott. Listen, I love you guys, and there's nothing you can ever do about it. Peace.